we have a lot to talk about today. Okay, what's up guys? How's it going? I hope everybody's doing well. Today's video is gonna be a long one, so just grab a drink, grab a 3-course meal, just sit down, squat down, or lie down. If you know what movie that's from, we could totally be friends. Anyways. So today's video is actually all on skin tints. I have been testing out skin tints all month, okay? I have bought literally every skin tint that I can get my hands on, okay? There are a couple that aren't included in this video that just launched. I just, you know, a bitch ain't got time, okay? But anyways, I'm gonna be showing you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? I'm gonna be showing you guys my favorite skin tints. I'm gonna be showing you guys skin tints that work. You know, they get the job done. I like them. They're decent, you know? And then I'm going to show you the shit list, okay? Because there's a couple that tried to play me. Anyway, I know I look greasy. This is just how I live my life, okay? I'm actually wearing one of the skin tints today that I'm going to be talking about. And I wanted to wear it for a few hours before I filmed this video just so that y'all could, like, get a feel for what these look like, you know? I don't have clips of me wearing all of them, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. But I'm sure I have clips or pictures of me wearing them on Instagram, so if you don't follow me, go follow me. Anyways, I just want to say before I start this video, like, all the new makeup that's been launching has been like targeted towards like the everyday woman, and I'm totally here for it. So we're seeing like a lot more skin tints, a lot more skin serums, a lot of tinted moisturizers. We're seeing cream products like crazy, like the new Mario launch, Makeup by Mario, or is it Mario? I don't know. All of them are geared towards like the everyday woman, the everyday makeup wearer, and I love to see that because really that's what my channel is about. Anyways. So with that said, all of today's skin tints are just that. They're for the everyday makeup wearer, the everyday woman. You're going to run errands, you're running after a kid, you're going to work, you know, whatever. All of these are very, very, very sheer. Okay, there's a couple that have some coverage, but not much. And I'll let you know which ones those are. But this is not going to be for your, like, full coverage girls, your full beat girls. This is, like, for my girls that are like, you know, I just want to look human, you know? Anyway, let's get started because this is going to take forever. So I'm actually going to start with, oh, God. I'm going to start with my favorite. Should I? You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to start with the shit list, okay? And then I'm going to show y'all my favorites, and then I'm going to show y'all dupes for my favorites. Okay, let's go. Okay, it's actually funny because the two on my shit list I think are actually dupes of each other. So the first one is actually this. I'm so sad because I was so excited about this. This is from Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. It's a medium coverage, up to 24-hour wear. It has kombucha, filtrate, and marula oil. It's just supposed to be super hydrating, okay? It's supposed to just make you look like you have a glow. It's supposed to just, you know, make your skin look luminous. Like a your skin but better look. It doesn't have a lot of coverage. You can get more coverage out of this one than most of the other skin tints that I'm going to talk about today. But I hated this. First of all, I felt like this was actually the heaviest skin tint that I used. Out of all of them that I used, this was the heaviest, okay? And like it does say medium coverage, I don't feel like I got medium coverage. And I felt like the more that I tried to build it up, it just sat on top of the skin. It never sunk in. It didn't look skin-like. It looked like I was wearing a tinted moisturizer. I don't know if that makes sense. When I tried to build it up, it just looked even heavier and cakier, and I was not feeling it. It was not naked at all. I did feel like because it was so heavy, or it looked so heavy on my skin, it did sink into every pore, every line, every crease. It did not look good. And for reference, I have oily skin, okay, but I embrace the oil because, you know, it's an anti-aging gift from the gods, you know? It didn't sit well on the skin. It didn't look good on the skin. I have very textured skin. I have a lot of pores. I have a lot of fine lines, you know, like, and it just didn't look good on the skin. So this was my least favorite skin tint of all. The next one, which I feel like is a dupe for that one because I hated it for the same reasons. This one is from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. Again, this is supposed to look natural, feel fresh, buildable coverage, 12-hour hydration. Again, this is just supposed to hydrate your skin. It doesn't have any like skin benefits. It's just supposed to basically blur imperfections, even the skin tone, and hydrate, which, okay. This was wasn't as bad as the Urban Decay one, and it didn't hurt as much because, again, it wasn't as expensive, okay? But I did not like how this sat on my skin. It kind of just looked like a layer on top of my skin. It wasn't like an actual moisturizer that like sinks into the skin, you know, and looks just like your skin. It looked a little heavy, you know. It looked like it just sat on the skin. It creased in every line. It didn't sink into my pores as bad as the Urban Decay one did, but it was just not good. I didn't like it, you know. I just didn't like it. By the way, in the Urban Decay, I was in the shade 51 medium, and in the Fit Me, I'm 310. Both were good colors, but just, you know, just didn't look good on the skin. Okay, for my favorites. Okay, let me just start with Milk. Okay, the packaging of this is horrible, but I love this skin tint. This is very sheer, okay? It's very sheer. It's very dewy, okay? It does have SPF in it. It has SPF 30, and I love how this looks on the skin. It looks healthy. It looks glowing. It doesn't look like you have anything on your face. It does blend in well with your skin. I didn't find that it actually creases or sinks into my lines or pores that much. And it's kind of unclockable. Like when you put this on, it's like you don't have anything on. I have actually been wearing all of my skin tints with the Fenty Beauty under eye brightener, and I've also tried them with concealer, and this one looks good both ways. You can wear it with the under eye brightener just for a very natural, like I woke up like this kind of look, and you could also wear it with concealer to get a more glam look out of it without feeling like you have so much coverage or so much product on your face. It is very lightweight, very breathable, and it just looks good, you know, and it has SPF. That is like, you know. The next one, I think everybody saw this coming, okay? Fenty is like the king of complexion for me, okay? Fenty knows how to do complexion. I feel like they have a very well-rounded line of products for the complexion now, and I just, you know, they're killing it. I feel like this all got started with this. So this is the Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I'm in the shade 11. In the Milk Makeup one, I keep forgetting to tell y'all, I'm in the shade Golden Honey in the Milk Makeup one. You guys. First of all, I feel like this is one skin tint that actually works really well for oily skin. I feel like a lot of these skin tints feel greasy because they are more like a tinted moisturizer than they are like a foundation. So I do feel like a lot of these, if you don't embrace the grease, it may not be for you, you know? Just for reference, if you do want to wear a skin tint that's very dewy, just powder, you know? That's what I do. This one is extremely blurring. It's very blurring. It looks really good on the skin. It does blur all of my imperfections, my pores. It doesn't sink into my fine lines. It just looks very smooth on the skin. This shade is perfection for me. I'm a little bummed that it doesn't have SPF. That's really my only gripe with the Fenty skin tint, is that it doesn't have SPF, but it looks amazing on the skin. I feel like all skin types can wear this. If you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you have normal skin, that is gonna look good on everybody. And I feel like it does have a little bit more coverage than like a traditional skin tint would have. So you can put concealer on, you can put bronzer, blush, the whole nine, but it feels like a lightweight foundation underneath all of those products rather than like a skin tint. You know what I'm saying? Like it plays well with other products, you know, and it wears just awesome. That's really my thing with Fenty products, is they wear so well, you know. They could last the apocalypse. Anyway, the next one. Ugh, you guys. This one hurt me a little bit, okay? This is from Ilia. This is the Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. It has niacinamide, squalene, hyaluronic acid. This is for probably more my dry skin girls. My dry skin girls, sensitive skin girls. This is the skin tint that your skin is gonna love. I do feel like when I use this, my skin looks the healthiest it's ever looked. It lays so well on the skin. My thing with this one is I tried all of these skin tints with different tools, with different products. I powdered them, I wore them without powder, and this looks good no matter what. I have applied this with my fingers, with a sponge, with a brush. I have worn it under concealer, bronzer, highlight, blush, all the products, you know. I have worn this on glam days. I have worn this on no makeup days. It just always looks good. This is probably like my favorite for summer just because it does have SPF. It looks so skin-like, and you could rub it on with your fingers right before you get in the pool. This is like top 2 right here. I do feel like this does also give you a little bit more coverage. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, okay? None of these do. But this, I feel like, evens my skin tone better than all of the other ones. Well, there's another one that's like neck and neck. But I love this. Really, what hurts me about this is that this is so expensive. But when I find myself going for a skin tint to do my makeup in the morning, this is the one that I want to reach for. This one and like the next one I'm going to talk about. The next one, I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I think it's Ami Cole. I don't know, but this skin tint is everything. So I went on the website on the recommendation of my sister-in-law because she just turns me on to all the best stuff. So they have actually a bunch of different products on the website. They actually have this like set that comes together, and it's the skin enhancing tint. It comes with a light catching highlighter, which is like a highlighter stick, and it also comes with this what is this? It's a lip treatment oil. It's everything, okay? Everything I bought, I'm obsessed with. This skin tint, though, I feel like has changed the game, okay? This skin tint probably has like the most coverage out of all of them that I'm going to be talking about today. This probably has the most coverage. It wears like your own skin. When I put this on, I actually put it on with my fingers first, and it just evens everything out without looking like there's any product on your skin. It just looks so perfect. It is a very dewy formula. So if you don't like the dewiness, you're gonna need to powder this one. But I just feel like I love how this looks on the skin. I love the amount of coverage that it gives you, and I love how it wears. It wears so nicely. It does get more hydrating. Like, I do find that my face does look really oily by the end of the day with this, but I'm into that look, you know. And I love the story behind this brand, okay? I love that this brand is made for all my brown girls, okay? All my medium girls, all my deep girls, all my deep dark girls. This is a brand just for you, okay? My shade, which is medium 2, I want to say is actually the lightest shade that they carry. So if you're lighter than me, this is not going to be for you, okay? This is only for my brown girls. It's only for us. Finally, we have options. But I do love that they actually catered specifically and only to a demographic that's always forgotten. You know, I love that. I love it. And this gift set, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be like a lot more expensive than it was. How much was this? Okay, currently this is actually only $60, and it comes again with 3 different products. And I thought they were going to be small. They're not small. They're actually, I want to say these are like full-size products for 60 bucks. This one skin tint was 50. Okay, like, just saying. So the next few products, they were good. You know, they didn't blow my socks off. They are more affordable options for my favorites, because I do realize that all of my favorites are pretty pricey. So I'm going to start with ColourPop, okay? This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer, okay? I do feel like skin tints and tinted moisturizers are different. I feel like a skin tint will have more coverage, a tinted moisturizer will have less coverage, and I do feel like they serve different purposes. I feel like a skin tint is to blur, and a tinted moisturizer is to moisturize. So this is very hydrating. It does even out your skin tone, and I want to say it wears more like a very, very lightweight, light coverage foundation. I do feel like this looks amazing on the skin. It actually reminds me a lot of the Fenty Beauty skin tint. So if you can't get that one, get this one. I feel like, again, it looks amazing on the skin, and it does wear pretty well. It is very dewy though, so either set with powder or use a mattifying primer, whatever you gotta do. The next one, this one surprised me. I actually bought it on a whim. This is from CoverGirl. This is the Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I have mine in the shade medium tan. By the way, in the ColourPop one, I'm medium 12W. You know what? I suck at giving y'all all my shades, so I'm gonna list everything down below. This one actually looks very healthy, okay? Very healthy, very dewy. It looks just like skin. This is actually what I hoped the Maybelline one would have looked like. It does look like you have nothing on your skin. It evens everything out. It blurs upon application, and I have tried this with a brush and with my hands, and it looks good both ways. It doesn't look streaky. I just feel like this is like a really good affordable option, and it kind of reminds me of the Milk one. I want to say they wear about the same. This does have have coconut milk and aloe extract, so it does like soothe the skin, it hydrates the skin, it makes your skin happy. Does that make sense? I don't know. The next two I'm going to talk about, this one is actually from Morphe too. This actually reminds me a lot of the Ilia one that I talked about. I feel like it has a very similar feel, but this does feel less runny. So like when you apply the Ilia one, it's runny, but it feels almost tacky when you blend it out. Like it does feel like tacky to the touch, and it feels like it's kind of like adhering to your skin. This one isn't as tacky. It doesn't feel as adhering. It's literally just like a wash of tint, if that makes any sense. But it does look really good on the skin. It blends in well. It doesn't actually build well, I don't think. I don't think you can build the coverage with this one, but I do feel like you do get enough coverage upon first application so that you look even. You look like your skin, but better. You know what I'm saying? This is actually a really good alternative to the Ilia one. And this one too. This one does remind me a little bit of the Ilia one. This is from NYX. This is the Bear With Me Luminous Tinted Skin Serum. This, I want to say, is like an immediate dupe for the Ilia one. This is actually the skin tint that I'm wearing today. Again, it doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it has enough. I'm in the shade Universal Medium in this one. I do feel like their shades need help. Like they need help. But this shade does work for me because the coverage is so sheer. You can make it work. I did put on like blush and highlight on top of the skin tint. And I mean, really what you're seeing right now is like my natural dew, but also like my highlight and my blush are still there. So it does wear very well. I have had it on for a few hours now. I want to say it's been like 3 hours or so. And it just looks good. You can still tell, like I have a zit here, I have like an acne scar thing there, and you can see like my imperfections through this, but it does kind of give you like a more even complexion, and it just makes you look super healthy, super hydrated, very glowy, and it makes your skin just look healthy. I feel like, again, that's a skin tint that makes your skin happy. Okay, this one actually isn't a dupe for anything, but I just liked it. This is from CoverFX. This is the Luminous Tinted Moisturizer. Again, I feel like with all of these, I'm repeating myself. Sheer coverage, looks like skin, blurs imperfections, but you can still see everything through it. Just looks like your skin is healthy. This, I do feel like wears really well. I feel like with this product, you actually can build on it. So you can put on more concealer if you need it. You can put on a full face of bronzer, blush, highlight, and it'll still look really skin-like with this underneath. I've actually been using this with the CoverFX Power Play Concealer, and it plays really nicely. I feel like when I do that and then use concealer to look less tired, it does look like I just woke up like that. And it's just a good tinted moisturizer. Did it blow my socks off? Not really. You know, but is it good? Yeah, it lays well on the skin. It doesn't like sink into every line, pore, or wrinkle that I have. And it was just, it was good, The next one, this is a good one. Okay, this is a really good one at the drugstore. This is from Milani. This is the Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I'm in the shade 210, light to medium. This actually feels sticky. Okay, so it does feel like it does adhere to your skin. I do have to powder this one though because it's sticky, but I feel like it wears well and almost wears a little bit longer than the other skin tints. I don't feel like I can build this though, because if I did, I feel like it would be a little bit heavier on my skin, and I'm not, that's not what I'm trying to do here. This does have squalene in it. It has electrolytes. It has coconut water. And I feel like this is like a drink of water for your skin. So if you have very dry skin, you would love this because it's very hydrating. It's like very hydrating. And I feel like that's why it feels so sticky, not sticky, but like a little bit tacky when you apply it. But I do feel like this has pretty good coverage actually for a skin tint, and it just looks natural, and your skin just looks healthy. That's all I'm looking for out of life, is just healthy skin. Last one. Okay, this I actually bought in 2 different shades, and I hated the first shade. But for some reason, I liked it in this shade. This is from L'Oreal. This is the Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. It has aloe vera and witch hazel. I feel like this is a good for your skin tint. This is more a tinted moisturizer, so it has less coverage, I feel like. But I feel like this is like the best choice for my oily skin girls because it does apply apply like a cream, like I mean, it's a skin tint. It is like runny a little bit, but it sets down almost to a powder finish, like a natural powdered finish. So if you have oily skin, I feel like this one would be your best bet, or even if you have normal skin, you know? Again, sheer coverage, but it does kind of even you out. I do feel like this wears well because of the finish that it has. It's not as tacky or not as slippy as the other one, so I can actually wear this without setting it, and it just looks good. You know, I've worn this with concealer, without concealer, with just an under eye brightener, and it just looks good, okay? And it's affordable. Okay, so with all of that said, all skin tints pretty much have like the same basic focus. You know, they're all just gonna be a wash of very, very light coverage. So if I were to recommend just 3. Me personally, my favorites are the Amicole and the Ilia, and then I also really love the Milk Makeup just because they have SPF. You know, you can like wear them and then forget about them, and I do feel like as they wear off, you can apply even more. Really, I feel like that's just a general benefit of skin tints, is as they wear off, you can reapply even more. And in all honesty, most of these I prefer not to set with powder, because when it does wear down, I want to add more. You know, especially in my T-zone where I get the most greasy, and I feel like I touch my face the most in my T-zone. I know I shouldn't. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all thought. Have y'all tried any of these? What are your thoughts? You know, well, this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and stay tuned. You know, I feel like I need to stop doing this. Okay. Like, which ones those are? Why was that so hard to say? Stay naked, my asshole. Okay, because it does has SPF. Amicole? I don't know. On my medium girls, my deep, this is from ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh. Oh shit, I can't do that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.